Hello, welcome to 8.6. Today we're going to learn about proportional segments by parallel lines. Today you should be able to say, I can use conjectures about proportional segments to find missing measures. So the first conjecture, if one line parallel to one side of a triangle passes through the other two sides, then it divides them proportionally. Conversely, if a line cuts two sides of a triangle proportionally, then it is going to be parallel to the third side. Now that's just a bunch of words. Let's see if we can figure out what that actually means. So if I have a triangle, and if a line parallel to one side, so let's have this line parallel to this third side. If these are parallel, then it divides these sides proportionally. So that means that A, B, C, and D, A over B will equal C over D. All right, now let's see what that does. So if we have this situation, x over 9 will equal 8 over 6. Now when we cross multiply and divide, 8 times 9 is 72. 72 is equal to 6x. When we divide by 6, x will be 12. So we know that this distance is 12. Now, if two or more lines pass through two sides of a triangle parallel to the third side, then they divide the two sides proportionally again. So what this means is it's the extended parallel proportionality conjecture. Just saying if you have more than one line cutting through, all of those little sections are going to be divided proportionally. For instance, in this case, we have these two parallel lines cutting through our triangle, and they're parallel to this third side. So then that means 3 over 5 is going to equal 2 over x. We can cross multiply and divide, and this would be 10 over 3. And 10 thirds is the same thing as 3 and a third. So this distance would be 3 and a third. If I want to find this value for y, we can say 3 over 2 is going to equal 2 over y. Now we cross multiply and divide, and this is 4 divided by 3, or 4 thirds, which is the same thing as 1 and 1 third. Now one key thing that you need to keep in mind as you're using this conjecture is that this has no bearing on these sides. These three sides are not proportional to these sections that are cut by the parallel lines. So in this problem, we can't say 2 over 7 is equal to x over 18. That is not going to give us the right value for x. What we need to do is go back to the drawing board, literally, and draw triangles. We have this small triangle up here where we have 2 and x. Now if we draw this big triangle, this bottom is 18, and this side is 7 plus 2, which is 9. So now we can set up our proportion. 2 over 9 is going to equal x over 18. Now we cross multiply and divide. 36 divided by 9, x will be 4. All right. Now here's a few problems. They're fairly similar, so pause the video, see if you can do them on your own, and check to see if you get the right answer. So in this case, I would do 5 over 6 is equal to 3.5 over x. You cross multiply and divide. 6 times 3.5 is 21. If 21 is equal to 5x, we divide by 5 on both sides, and this should be 4.2. Now if I'm looking for the value of y, this is not cut proportionally, so I need to do small triangle, big triangle. The small triangle is 5, 6.5, and 3.5, where the big triangle is going to be this whole side, which is 11, and y. So the proportion I can set up is 5 over 11 is going to equal 6.5 over y. Now when I cross multiply and divide by 5, y is going to equal 14.3. Now let's try this one. Pause the video, see if you can do it on your own. All right, since 4 and 18 are not cut proportionally, we can't say 3 over x equals 4 over 18. We have to draw out our triangles, where this is 3, 4, this is 3 plus x, and this is 18. So now we just set up our proportion. 3 over 3 plus x is going to equal 4 over 18. Now let's cross multiply and divide. 3 times 18 is equal to 54. When I multiply 4 times each of these, this would be 12 plus 4x. Now I subtract 12 on each side of my equation, leaving 42 is equal to 4x. Divide by 4, and x is equal to 10.5. That's the value here, 10.5. All right, now again, pause the video, see if you can do this one on your own. Hopefully you're done. If I wanted to find the value for x, I would do 3 over x is equal to 2 over 4. You can cross multiply and divide. 12 divided by 2 would give us 6 for an x. If I want to find the value of y, 3 over 2 is equal to 2 over y. This would be 4 over 3, which is 4/3, or 1 1/3. Now if I want to find the value for z, I can't use my easy proportions. I have to draw out my triangles. 3, 4, 2. The big triangle is 8, 11, and z. So I would say 3 over 11 is equal to 4 over z. So this would be 44 is equal to 3z. Divide by 3 on both sides, and z is equal to 14.6 repeating, which is 14 2/3. So that's my value for z. All right, now there's one more problem I want to do before the end, and it's on the coordinate grid. Now, from 0 to 4, 0, we know that's 4 units. 0 to 10 is 10 units, so this would be 6 units here. Now, we want to find out this entire distance, and to do that, we can use Pythagorean Theorem, because the point 12, 5 means we move to the right 12 and up 5. So to find the distance of x plus y, I can do 12 squared plus 5 squared equals c squared, or 144 plus 25 is 169. And if I square root that, this entire distance is 13. So now if I know this whole distance is 13, these are similar triangles since these are parallel. So I can say 4 over the whole thing, 4 over 10, is going to equal x over 13. Now I can cross multiply and divide. So x equals 5.2. Now if x equals 5.2, I just subtract that from 13 to get 7.8 for my y. All right, hopefully that can help you get through your homework. 1 through 4. Good luck.